broadcasting from Fintaz, Kuwait. This is the Me and Larry reality video show, LTL, editorial news for January 18, 2010. Continue with, I told you about the Somalia pirates and how they can control the sea and how they can take over any tankers and vessels, ship vessels, anything that comes across their way. They are holding it for ransom. They even held the U.S. vessel not once but twice last year. They didn't get no money. Several of their men was shot and killed and laid over in the sea to be eaten by sharks for their failure. So they don't care. They're going to keep going. So how do they get motivated in doing this? How do they decide, hey, this is a better idea? Yeah, of course, they in an island, which is a territory of Yemen. And some of the activists must have kind of motivated them to not to do that, but motivate to generate cash. So they must have had a Middle East Tony Robbins type cleric from Yemen. And there's none other than the one who make a difference for others. And that's Sheikh Abdul Majid Al-Zindani. Al-Zindani is really, because a great lecturer, writer, and everything. Get your information online, like Major Nader Malik Hassan, or to go over there to Yemen and not going for Arabic speaking, because you already had that in Nigeria, in the Nigerian school. You just wanted to get with none other than Sheikh Abdul Majid. And so, of course, and then the Somali pirates, oh yeah. So here he is, he's doing all this work, and then to motivate people to do something, and it seems like to motivate in what? Must be motivated into terrorism. So they took their frustration and turn it around and make it into terrorism. I thought you could make it positive and do something right. See, Tony Robbins at least trying to do something right and make it positive so they can work to help people, not to hurt people, not to take them out, not to hold them ransom, not to kill people for your frustration, and to turn it into motivation to take them out, and not to try to set planes on, blow up planes by putting powder and liquid in your underwear like a diaper, like Abdul Majid. It's failed, but you know how they say 2 out of 3 ain't bad. But in a case like this, terrorism is really taking over. They're saying fear is a great motivator, and so with terrorism, it's called fear, and fear causes motivation for the enemy. And so I'm glad the United States is checking on Yemen and checking on other things. They need to be one step ahead. It should have been in the beginning. And it's good when terrorism fails, because when it fails, that means it's love and doing something positive that like Tony Robbins and Les Brown is doing. Motivate people to do the right things to help others, not the wrong thing to help others in trying to hurt others. So, of course, with that cleric who must have motivated and had other activists to go down to that island to motivate them, and then here they are doing terrorism work. So what does it accomplish? More fear, more frustration, and more fear, and more terrorism. So there. He can have his info commercial on that. Say, you too could be motivated into terrorism. Oh boy. But stop that. Cut off his website, cut everything off. And I'll be back with more LTL editorial news.